Hey, it's Chelsea. Welcome back to the Digital Art Elements through Illustrator video series. For this video, we're going to be talking about form. By the end of the video, I'll show you how to turn an organic shape into a form. In this series, I assume that you've been following along with me as I create these different elements of design practices, but if not, I have the shapes shown here, and you can follow along with those. Look in the description for more information. Now to move on to the form. What we're going to do is copy the shapes that you created and paste those here. Now I could paste them and move them wherever I want them to be, or if you want to, you can do Command F and they will put them exactly in place. Looks like I'm missing the face on my guy there. Let's take a look. Try that again. Copy and Command F. There it is. Starting with the organic shapes, I'm going to first make them bigger, holding Shift to keep it from distorting. And I'm going to take these one shape at a time. If you have these grouped, Command Shift G will ungroup them. I'm going to take the big shape first. Go to your window and 3D and materials, actually. You can go to Effect. Either place would get you there. And it gives you this 3D and materials pop-up. I'm going to place it over here. You should know that as of the creation of this video, these are pretty new. If you are familiar with the old 3D tools, you can go to 3D materials and go to 3D Classic, and it will look exactly like it did in previous versions. But we're going to explore this new platform and see what we could do. There are 4 different 3D types. We'll look at each one as we go along. The plane will make it so that it is flat. So we're just looking at this shape. Let me move it away from these other shapes. In a 3D plane. You have a few options here in the object section. Mostly you can change the preset of the direction that you're viewing it from. So if you look at it from the front, it seems like nothing has happened. But if you look at it from, say, the back, it reverses it. From the left, you can't see it because it's flat, right? Same thing would happen with the right or the top or the bottom. You can look at it slightly off axis from the front or the back, so on and so forth. You can play with any of these, but I will leave it on off axis front. And of course, you can manually move your object. Extrude is going to make it pop up. Right now, I have it at 0, so it doesn't look like it's doing anything. But let's change that depth a little bit, and you can see what Extrude does. There's a kind of fun effect in cap if it's something you're looking for. Basically, it means it's showing the front of the shape, but if you turn that off, it makes it look like this interesting ribbon effect. With Extrude, you can bevel the shape. There are a few different options for beveling that you could play around with. These first ones will pop up, while the last 3 have an edge and then it goes inside the shape. They're not exactly the options that I'm looking for. But to continue to look at this, you can customize it even more, should you want to. Can do some very interesting things. And of course, you still have the presets for rotation, and you can rotate it manually. Let's take a look at revolve. Now this makes it look very interesting. It's not what I'm looking for my shape, but it is a very cool effect. Just to show you, it's revolving 360 degrees right now. And if I take it to about half, you should have a half a circle. And then if I take it to about 90 degrees, you should have a quarter of a circle. And we can go as small as we dare. Some of the other effects will be similar. You can have it capped or not. It doesn't allow you to bevel, but you still have the rotation options. Lastly, you have Inflate. Inflate just pops up. So you can see from this angle that it is flat on the back side and that the front seems to have inflated. You can control, of course, how much it inflates, and you can control the volume, how much it pops up or how much the curve is where it pops up. I'm going to keep mine at 100%. You can cap it, which basically means that it's the same as extruding, or rather you can uncap it. And then you have your custom rotation or your presets. I'm going to leave it on off-axis front. So in this video, we've covered the object section of the 3D and materials panel. Check out the next video and we'll go through the materials and the lighting.